Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's regular Gundam news. Yesterday, we talked about all of the new and not so new announcements in Bandai's Hobby New Item Info event, and today, we're actually going to go over a few more Gunpla announcements. Unfortunately, today, all of them are limited in some way. Like the premium Bandai Limited high-grade Gelgoog G Quux version that was just announced. And this is the exact kind of BS that I was talking about a few videos ago. The custom versions become the normal releases, and the standard version that you would want to army build gets logged behind premium Bandai. But anyways, it can be yours in May for 2,420 yen, 16 US, and describing it is going to be very simple. It is a direct recolor of Sugai's Gelgoog, and even still comes with the Sugai exclusive grappling hook, which is something that they also did for Bokata's Gelgoog, but extra accessories is not something I'm going to complain about. As for the rest, we've still got 2 beam rifles, which can be stored on the backpack, and a beam saber with 2 beam saber blade effect parts. Also, one of the first promotional images that we got was a really nice callback to the box art of the old high-grade Universal Senshi Gelgoog and Gelgoog Cannon. Next up then, there was the premium Bandai Limited SD Gundam BB Senshi Tenrei Gundam Kirahagane reprint version. This kit can be yours in June for 2,750 yen, 18 US, and it is a slightly upgraded version of the standard Tenrei Gundam Kirahagane. And there are 3 differences. 1. The golden parts are now molded in a more shiny gold, which will look better straight out of the box. 2. The in-molded parts, which are the clear green parts, have been upgraded with color gradation, again making them look better straight out of the box. And in the comparison images on the screen, the left image is the new limited version, and the right image is the old standard version. And then 3, it's got new box art. Other than that, it is still the same old Tenrei Gundam Kirahagane, which can be transformed in its 5 different states. Over at the Gundam base then, they're getting 2 new recolors on the 14th. One new one, the Master Grade Gym Sniper Custom Zeta Gundam version, and one new one for Japan, the Figurized Standard Lacus Clyne version GCP. She's a reddish version of Lacus that was previously only available in China. And other than the color scheme, she also comes with some fancy markings to set her even further apart from her standard release. And she can be yours for 3,850 yen, 25 US. The Gym Sniper Custom then looks to be an even more straightforward recolor. For 5,280 yen, 34 US, you're getting a green Gym Sniper Custom as it appeared in Zeta Gundam, with the only other difference being that the stickers are now water slides, but the designs are still the same. And everything else being the same is definitely good news, because this means that we are getting a lot of accessories, like a beam sniper rifle, a beam spray gun, a double beam spray gun, a foldable pistol, arm mount for the pistol, a hyper bazooka, a shield, and a box beam saber with beam saber blade effect parts. It might not have done particularly well in Zeta, but it's still an awesome kit of an awesome mobile suit. And you can use your own awesome mobile suits in the 7th volume of Road to Gunpla Battle. It'll be held from February 23rd to the 26th in the Gundam base Tokyo, but the event seems to be mostly the same as previous iterations, so don't expect to see any technological advancements for the Gunpla scan here. Staying with the Gunpla news, we got the results for the finals of the 13th Gunpla Builders World Cup. In the under 14 course, Zhao Haojuan won with the Fly Skylark Zeta Gundam, which is a heavily modified Zeta Gundam that also seems to be using parts from the new Gundam, the Unicorn Gundam, and I think even the X's Gundam. Also, the base that it's on has an image of the Skylark Zeta Gundam on it that appears to be made out of cut-up runners, which is a really creative way to use those. Moving on to the under 20 course, where Haru won with Kira Kira, a G-Quux diorama that consists of a 1/100 scale G-Quux made with Blitz Gundam parts and an extremely unsettling Hyper Gundam. And I mean that in a good way, because I'm pretty sure it's meant to be like uncanny. It looks like something straight out of a nightmare. Also, really nice work on the effect parts. And then for the over 20 course, Mengyu took home the gold medal with another V, or maybe it's meant to be the Roman numeral, so another 5. What is for certain though is that this thing is absolutely massive, and I think it's like based on the Hildolfer. And if you want to have a closer look at all of these amazing builds and at the builds of the silver and bronze medalists, I will have those linked down below. Like, they're all totally worth checking out. And what's also worth checking out is the Metal Robot Spirit Side MS Gyan Xavier Custom Hakuji packs. This nighty boy was teased a while back, and he can finally be yours in July for 28,600 yen, 187 US. It comes with some beautiful golden markings, 2 beam sabers with beam saber blade effect parts, a shield with opening rocket launchers, a dedicated right hand for holding on to the emergency escape pod of the Kikaroga, an action base, and of course, the massive Hakuji, which comes with its own dedicated support arms. Of course, to keep the thing up during action poses, because I highly doubt that even with the die-cast joints of the Metal Robot Spirits, that the Gyan can hold up the Hakuji long term. And even more cool news comes to us from Hathaway's Flash, the Sorcery of Nymph Circe. After its second week, a total of 910,000 people have seen the movie, grossing over 1.5 billion yen. Again, making it very close to the success of Gundam Seed Freedom, which grossed 1.8 billion yen. So it is very clear that the Hathaway's Flash momentum is just gonna keep on rolling. And for the people who watch the movie in the third week, they'll be getting 2 promotional cards. There's an Elysius Arsenal-based card and a Zai Gundam card game card. And to further celebrate the success of the movie, they did a collaboration with the upcoming Keroro Gunso movie, resulting in this monstrosity of a poster. Tamama as Gigi is definitely giving me the creeps, and I think I would have much preferred Natsumi instead, and I'm pretty sure Giroro agrees with me on that. And of course, they also announced some new merchandise. Releasing in May for 2,750 yen, 18 US, there's these 2 limited edition acrylic panels that are only available through Premium Bandai or the Aeon store. One features the main visual, while the other one features the mecha visual. And shipping in June, there is the Onkyo wireless earphones collaboration. For 22,000 yen, 144 US, you'll be able to get their AOW01 Mark II earphones, styled after either the Zai Gundam or the Penelope. And the voice lines are done by their pilots. For example, when you're turning them on or off, when you're pairing them, activating the noise cancelling mode, etc, etc. And for the full experience, you can also get a matching wireless charger for 4,400 yen, 29 US, and a pouch for 1,500 yen, 10 US. Finally, for Hathaway's Flash then, they issued an apology for a misprint in the Circe pamphlets that they're selling. In both the standard and the deluxe edition, the Messer MO1 is described as having 8,000 total thrust, while it's actually supposed to have a T total thrust. It happens. From Gundam Wing then, they showed off the images that will be on the Endless Waltz Special Edition 4K Remaster box, as well as the jacket illustrations for 2 Mix's Gundam Wing 30th Anniversary albums. 2 Mix digitally remastered features the Wing Gundam Hiro and Relina, and the End of the Endless Waltz features the Wing Zero Endless Waltz version and 2 Mix themselves. And if you put the 2 albums next to each other, you get one connecting image with both of the Wing Gundams reaching out to each other. Both albums are releasing on March the 18th, and you can already listen to an official medley of each, which I will have linked down below. And related to the Gundam Wing news, the Animate Cafe Gundam collaboration will now be moving around Japan, and from February the 21st to the 23rd, they'll be striking down in Osaka's New Chayamachi. Most of the items are the same as the previous collaborations, but they've got some new Gundam Wing merchandise. For 900 yen a pop, 6 US, you can get an acrylic block with screenshots from the Operation 30th video, or for 650 yen a pop, 4 US, you can get an acrylic trading card featuring either one of the Gundam pilots or Relina. Meanwhile, on the gaming front then, in Gundam Battle Operation 2 for the PlayStation, the F-89 has joined the fray, while on Steam the F-90I type Jupiter Battle specifications has become available, and in the global version of UC Engage, we're getting a new raid battle and an event unit assembly for the UR Aznable and his UR Great Zeong, which is a mobile suit that was originally from the SD Gundam G Generation games. It was designed to be the ultimate mobile suit of the 1 Year War, and it could split itself into 7 pieces for the ultimate all-range attack. Apparently there was just one problem. Zeon didn't have the technology to actually build this thing. Over at SD Gundam G Generation Eternal then, they again reached number 1 in certain regions, giving everyone 3,000 diamonds. And that wasn't the only thing they were celebrating this week. You can get 1,000 diamonds in the web store because they surpassed 8 million total downloads, and to celebrate Circe's 3rd week, they're giving away an SSR Gigi Andalusia and 300 diamonds as a login bonus. And finally then, the Gundam Seed X-Ray story event has become available, also giving us new units like the UR Asray Red Frame Custom EX version and UR Logul, the UR Asray Gold Frame Amatsumina EX version and UR Rondo Mina Sahaku, the UR Kazahana Azure and Laurasia class supporter, the SSR X-Ray with Prayer Reverie, and the SSR Hyperion Gundam with Canard Parse. In other news then, on February the 17th, Yoshiyuki Tomino will be giving a special talk at the Kyushu Business Chizai Forum about space development. From March the 7th until May the 24th, the Yasuhiko Yoshikazu Divine Animator and Draftsman exhibition will be held at the Niigata Prefectural Museum of Art, and it was announced that the Gundam Fanclub will be shutting down. It began all the way back in 2015, and I wouldn't be surprised if you've either never heard about it or only once heard about it from very far away. It's a Japan-only service, and the big touted features are being able to watch all Gundam shows, read exclusive interviews, and buy exclusive merchandise, like the high-grade New Gundam First Lot version. So for anyone outside of Japan, it's basically just one less venue for limited Gunpla. As for the things you could get this week then, we started off strong on the 7th with one new Gunpla release and one recolor Gunpla release. For 3,630 yen, 24 US, there was the high-grade Challia's Rigdom G Quux version, which is of course a recolor of the Rigdom, Gaia, and Ortega version. G Quux version. So there's no surprises here. We've got a pretty mobile chonker of a mobile suit, which is now even bulkier thanks to the 3rd leg on its backpack, which is deployed to go into its high mobility mode. And for accessories, we've got a giant bazooka, 2 heat sabers, 2 anchors, a wire for the anchors, and a set of marking stickers. The high-grade Gustav Karl Type 00, meanwhile, goes for 3,850 yen, 25 US, and is a completely new kit. And it also comes with some really cool gimmicks, like opening grenade hatches on the arms, a movable arm for the backpack-mounted shield, and legs that can open up to reveal the thrusters inside of there. And the accessories are equally cool. It comes with a rather standard loadout consisting of 2 beam sabers with beam saber blade effect parts, a beam rifle, and a bazooka, but it does 2 of my favorite things. It can dual wield the beam rifle and the bazooka, and both can also be stored on the backpack. Nice. On the 9th then, it was all about random items, starting with 2 Gundam Seed Battle Destiny items. For 550 yen a piece, 4 US, you can get Seed Kira, Destiny Kira, Seed Atheron, Destiny Atheron, Angry Shin, Regular Shin, Ludamaria, Kigali, Lacus, and a secret character on a holographic can badge. This badge also comes with a card featuring their mobile suit, and you can clip the badge to the card for a nice display piece. Or for 110 yen, around $1, you can get even more characters as stickers. There's a total of 28 to collect, including 2 secret ones. And from Hathaway's Flash, you could gacha for these rubber keychains. 300 yen a spin, around 2 US, gets you either Hathaway, Gigi, Kenneth, Lane, the Zai Gundam, the Penelope, the new Gundam, or the Elysius. And then finally on the 11th, there was the Iron-Blooded Orphans 10th Anniversary Soundtrack Collection on vinyl. It goes for 5,500 yen, 36 US, and comes with a total of 16 songs. 8 songs on each side of the LP. Plus, if you buy it at the Tekka Festival on February the 15th, you'll also get a special shopping bag. For this week's reading material then, there was the March issue of New Type, featuring a beautiful illustration of the Zai Gundam on the outside, and interviews with a bunch of the cast members on the inside. The English ebook version of Gundam Forward Iron-Blooded Orphans 10th Anniversary became available on Amazon US, UK, Canada, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and the Netherlands, and the 32nd chapter of Gundam Sequel became available for free online in Japanese, and is linked down below. And they announced that on March the 19th, they'll be releasing the G-Quux music album. In this book, they'll have sheet music for piano solos for 12 of the insert songs used throughout the series. And this sheet music is accompanied by many screenshots from the anime, making for a total of 100 pages. For this week's apparel news then, SRIG-G will allow you to feel like a member of MAFTI with these MAFTI members t-shirts. They became available in physical SRIG-G stores on the 7th, and for 4,730 yen, 31 US, you can get them in white, navy, and black. And that has been all for this week's Gundam news. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.